Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been such a long time. Well, I don't know, I say that all the time and then it's only been like 3 weeks. I mean, for us that's a long time because I used to upload weekly. I just have a lot of stuff going on. We are this close to me announcing the newness in my life, so I'm super excited about that. But I did want to come to you guys and just show you guys my updated routine as far as like complexion face goes. It is super simple now. I don't have to worry about cream contouring and all that extra stuff. It's just kind of out of the window. So yeah, stay tuned and let's go. So to start, I've been using my e.l.f. pencil. It's the only pencil that I have here that has not run out. Y'all know I normally use Makeup Revolution, but their pencil just runs out. I guess because I'm pressing too hard. I'm not really sure. Or maybe it's not a lot of product. I'm not sure. But e.l.f. has been the only one that does not run out like crazy. So this is the one that I've been using. And I believe this is in the shade Dark Brown. If I'm not mistaken. It might not be. Okay. So what I do is I kind of go under the brow. Hopefully you guys can see. And then I just kind of like literally trace my brow. So I'm not overdrawing or anything. Like that little ending part, I literally just extended it out, but that's kind of where my natural brow is anyway. And then same thing for the top. Just kind of really just focus the product on the back end. Okay, so here lately, me and the LA Girl concealers have been vibing. This one right here is Cool Tan, and then this one is the Toast. So Toast to me is comparable to my Fenty Beauty concealer, the shade 420, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's comparable to that. It doesn't give you like a super bright highlight. The highlight is just kind of, you know, subtle. It's kind of closer to my skin tone, and it depends. Like if I'm going to do a simple look, then I'll use that under and over. If I want something that's going to be a little bit more extreme where I need my brows to really pop, then I'll go in with the Cool Tan, and I'll use the Cool Tan under, and then I'll use the Toast over. Okay, if that makes sense. So today I'm thinking that because I have not done a look in a while, that we should just go ahead and try to at least do something that's popping today. So I'm going to use the Cool Tan under, and then I'm going to use the Toast over. Okay, so as you guys can see, we got like a nice thick barrier under here of the concealer, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pull that down, but like not a whole bunch, but just kind of like more tapping. I don't know how to explain it, but tapping and kind of pulling down into my eye area, okay? And this will serve, like I told y'all earlier, this will serve as our brow highlight, which is why I went with like a lighter color. That way I don't have to go in later and do, you know, like how you see people going in with like the white and stuff. Like at least this will make it all cohesive. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll blend out like 10 times better. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up the top. I'm going to be using the Toast, still from LA Girl. Okay, same thing for the top as well, just kind of lightly dabbing that out. I wouldn't really focus on the unibrow portion because we'll clean that up towards the end, but I mean, you can kind of try to clean it up a little bit, but I wouldn't, like I said, just kind of harp on that because it'll be cleaned up in a second. Okay, this is the Anastasia Base. Y'all know I use this like all the time. This is like my favorite base ever. But you're just gonna tap and pat this to get that blended out as well. Kind of same thing that you did with the concealer. I'm just gonna get all of that nice and blended. And then we can go ahead and begin doing our eyeshadows. Okay, so I'm trying to decide what I want to do, and I'm not really sure. I'm thinking I'm gonna use this. This is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this because it has these greens and these purples in here that I kind of want to do a look with, but I'm not really sure where we're gonna go with that look. But I'm thinking I'm gonna use these greens up here, a couple oranges, and then maybe a little bit of the purples in this palette. This is the Morphe palette. It is the 35 Emboss palette, and literally I only got it because of the color scheme. Like I told y'all, said it in so many videos. Fall is my favorite season, so yeah. But let's go ahead and try to get off into this thing and see what we could figure out. So to start, I'm gonna be using the green because I kind of want to do like a nice little transition into like a purple orange. I don't know where I'm going with this, y'all. I don't, but we're gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna just dip my brush into the green, and I'm using more of like a medium fluffy brush because I want this to kind of serve as my transition color. Not really sure how it's gonna work, but we're gonna see. Anytime like you need your colors to like really pop, keep dipping in them and building up. So like if you feel like, hey, the green isn't enough, I can't really see it, keep going back into there until you guys see it. As you guys saw in the beginning, you couldn't really see the green, and now it's kind of popping through like a real trooper. So just keep dipping off into there. Does anybody else's nose run when they do their makeup, or is it just me? Because I'm like, my nose always runs when I do my makeup. Okay, so now that we have this built up on our eyes, I'm now gonna go in with a deeper green in that same palette, and I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna go into a smaller brush. So anytime I want to kind of cover this whole entire area, I kind of use like a medium to fluffy brush, and then when I kind of want to go in a little bit smaller and just create a little bit of depth and dimension, then I go in with a medium, well, I'm sorry, not a medium, a smaller brush than that. And basically, like, that's how I learned how to do makeup, honestly. Like, it's just knowing like your brush sizes to get the look that you want to get. Once you get that part down, the rest will fall into place. But just kind of knowing your brush sizes will help you a lot. Not even really knowing the brush sizes, like I don't know what brush sizes, but like knowing what they do, if that makes sense. Okay, you guys can stop here, but if y'all know, if you've been watching my previous videos, then you guys know I like to go in with black. I like deep edges. It's just my thing. I don't use like a lot of liner, so with me using black, it just kind of helps to just bring it out even more. And I also feel like it helps with the blending of my colors, but I could be wrong. I just might have a little bit of an exception, so whatever. And I just kind of dab it in there, and then I'll go in and blend out just to make sure it's not really harsh. Okay, I take a fluffy brush. You guys can use whatever brush is comfortable for you when you cut in your crease. This is just easier for me. And it's also because I really don't care too much about having the perfect cut crease. Like, I'm more of a mess, you know, a beautiful disaster, so that doesn't really bother me. But if you guys just need to have like the perfect cut crease, then by all means use a different brush. Makeup, it does not have any rules. It is just about doing what works for you. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. I'm sorry. But yeah, just do whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy. What works for me may not work for you, but just do whatever. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in. We're gonna blend out these edges. I'm gonna use that dark green that we initially started blending the edges with, and I'm just gonna pull that forward. So just kind of not pulling it forward a lot, but this will create like a nice little gradient when you need to blend the rest of your colors in. So just pulling that forward. It's so hard to explain what I be doing, y'all, because half of the time I don't know what I be doing. I just be doing stuff. So it's really hard to get on here and explain to y'all like, hey, this is exactly what I'm doing. Okay, going back in with the same palette, y'all. I'm doing so good. I've been working with the same palette this whole time. I'm gonna use a little bit of the light green that we started out with, and I'm just going to begin to tap that right there before we get off into our shimmers to create, once again, a nice little gradient. So I don't like when it kind of skips from one color to the next. It's not really my thing. So I always go in and just try to make sure that this is blended, okay? After we do that, I'm gonna go in now with a little bit of orange, same palette. I think they only have like one orange and the other one is more of like a, I don't know, like a red color, I don't know. But I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna tap it, if I can get my brush right, I'm gonna tap this right on top. Something ain't right with my brush. But I'm gonna tap, there we go. I'm gonna tap it right on top of that green. Now we can start kind of going in with our shimmers. I'm gonna bring some of that green back because the orange just kind of took over, didn't it? Like, Lord. Oh, it's not going right. That orange is so muddy and dark. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna recover. It's okay. Let me blend all of this out. Where's my blending things? Here we go. I'm just gonna blend that out into there. Okay. Now let's see. Hopefully we can go in with our damn shimmer because that didn't lay too right at all. So let's go in with our orange shimmer they have in here. And let's see how it goes. But I'm just applying the shimmer all to my lid. Just keep on applying that until you get it built up where you want it to be. I'm gonna add a little bit of green shimmer because I feel like it just needs something off in here. I don't know, y'all. I told y'all when I do my makeup, I don't ever know what I be doing. It just kind of comes together, hopefully. It's always a wish and a prayer. Not always happening, but it's okay. We're gonna see. Yeah, this part, I don't know if it's the shimmers. Like, something ain't hitting right. Let's see. But I'm gonna just add, like, yeah, I think that orange shimmer is like a little bit too much. Yeah, because I like the green. Hold on, because I think I got another orange shimmer around here somewhere, but let me just build this up right quick. Okay, in times of need, especially like this, you're gonna need Juvia's, because Juvia's I feel like is the only thing that's gonna be pigmented enough to go over this orange and not cause a mess. So I'm gonna try this one right here, this color right here. I'm gonna try to go in with it to cover up my mistake. Let's see. I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Y'all pray for me. But this will just, yeah, I mean, we just gotta keep building it up, but it'll be okay. There we go. I mean, you can kind of still see it a little bit, but I mean, nobody's perfect. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so I've gotten the excess setting, or not setting powder, the excess, what is that, fallout off of my face as best as I could. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier. This is the primer, and it is the Pure Canvas primer. This is probably like one of my favorite primers because I feel like in my mind that it kind of helps me with control my oil, because I have extremely oily skin. If y'all know, y'all know. But I feel like it kind of helps to control that a little bit, so I likes it. But I really just try to focus it on any area that I feel like is going to be super duper oily. So once I have the Pure Canvas down and it has taken its time to set and get into place, I then go in again with the LA Girl. I can't believe I stopped using this for a little bit, but I don't need a lot. I just go in and kind of just fill in wherever I have a little bit of darkness. Oh, almost fell. Any place that's a little dark, and I'll go in and fill that portion in. I also like to do around here too, because sometimes that be looking like a little crazy when you put on your foundation. I've seen some people, I'm not gonna call out no names, but I've seen some people and they put on their foundation and that area is like very dark and then everything else is like super cute. I don't know, like I feel like this kind of hides the mustache a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so to set this, and like I said, just kind of create an extra barrier for that oil to have to break through. I like to go in and just set it with the Fenty. This is the Honey translucent powder, and I just set anywhere that I applied the color corrector just to make sure that that does not move. Okay, my makeup, it don't move my makeup. Okay, going in with the Nars Foundation. This one is one of my favorites next to the Fenty. Fenty is actually number one because, as I told you guys in the other videos, Fenty does not rub off on masks. This one kind of does, but it's a really good foundation. I'm using this one today because I want to kind of give my Fenty a break because I've been using her every day. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And I have to be a little bit generous. Don't be trying to choose a favorite, you know. But I like to just go in and apply her all to my skin, okay? Just kind of get that all in there. And I love to make sure that I push on the sides because, you know, you got those little cracks and crevices over there. And sometimes you could miss them, okay? So you need to make sure that you got all of that together. Then I do the same thing over here. I am pretty generous with my foundation when I'm using it. So as I told y'all earlier in the video, this is kind of where you want to go in and just clean up the unibrow that you had there. And I'm just kind of angling that brush in between there. Not doing too much, you know, just enough to get off in there. Make sure that that's cleaned up. So this is where my foundation routine, my complex, what do you call that, complexion, my complexion has become so much easier. So the only thing that I do is I apply concealer. I no longer cream contour, none of that. I kind of map it out with my concealer and call it a day. So again, we're going in with the LA Girl. I stopped using my Fenty, not because I don't like it, but because she is expensive. And these are only like $3 or $4. Especially at Ulta, they're pretty cheap. Be careful, do not get these from the hair supply store unless you see like a barcode on them, because sometimes they do be kind of fake. So, you know, you want to stay away from the fakes because you don't know what the hell you put on your skin, you know, like we don't need those problems. So before, your girl was kind of like leery about using a lot of concealer, and now concealer has become like my best friend. I go ham with the concealer. So don't be afraid. If you're afraid and you just like, I don't know if I want to use that much, then don't. But for me, it's just become my favorite. Before I was looking at people online, like on Instagram, and I'd be like, damn, you use a lot of concealer. But now, like seeing the effects of why people go in so heavy with the concealer, I'm like, oh hell yeah, sign me up. And like I said, you want to get like a cheap product so you can go ham with your concealer and not have to worry about re-upping. But
yeah, that's the answer.
All right, let's blend out this concealer. I've added like a little bit of black liner to my eyeshadow. I love the Inglot gel liner. You can get it off Amazon. I think it was like $17. It is pretty pricey, but you don't need a lot. Like a little bit goes a long way, which is why I am absolutely a fan of it. Okay, so this is where we're going to go ahead and set. Normally, y'all know I would go in with my cream contour and then I would set, and then, oh, nope. We're going to skip all of that because we ain't got time. We got to shorten it up. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to set with the Laura Mercier setting powder. It's in the shade Honey. And I'm going to take a sponge and I'm going to just press anywhere that I applied my highlight to. And just make sure that all of that is set so there is no creasing. Okay, I'm not sure if y'all can hear my fan. I'm sorry if you can, but I had to turn that on because this thing got hot in here. So this is the Fenty Beauty. This is the foundation. It's Pro Filter Foundation. It's in the shade 460. I actually use this to contour or bronze or whatever you want to call it. So I've already set the face. Now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to apply this as my contour. And this will help keep the contour nice and light. As you guys can tell the difference. And that was just one sweep. I do like to do a buildup of this, but this will just keep it nice and light. And you still get the same results without having to, you know, cream contour and stuff. Like, if you still cream contour, that's cool and everything. Like, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, like, this is the easiest way that I found to do it. It's a lot easier to just do it this way and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys cannot see the difference between my face right now, and that's just a little bit of powder. Like, I'm gonna take it until you get it to where you want it to be. And for my forehead, I only contour around the centers now. I mean, this little portion over here. That's all I contour. Y'all know I can't explain and work at the same time, so forgive me. Okay, so once I have my contour built up on my face, then I go in with the nose. And I know you guys would be thinking that you would use the same contour that you would use to do your cheeks. No, I actually go in with something that's a little bit lighter, something that's a little bit closer to my actual skin tone, I guess you would say, but just to make sure that it doesn't look like a skunk. That is the worst thing. Like, when you turn this way and you can see like that big old skunk stripe, I hate that. So I was like, I'm gonna have to go down in the powder in order to get it to be, you know, more cohesive. I don't know how to explain it, but I use this to just contour my nose. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm about to do. I'm gonna try to make sure I stay in frame, but I just apply this to my nose. And my nose is like super textured, so I cannot do like a lot of cream products because you'll be able to like really see them. So just working with the powder has helped me tremendously. All right, so we are literally done with the contour portion. Now we're just gonna bake to bring out everything and make it look like, you know, we actually did a lot of contouring and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the precision pencil from LA Girl. LA Girl has some really good products. Like, I really do like LA Girl. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna line my lips with this. Hopefully you guys can see. All right, I'm going in with the Nude Embrace. Y'all know I don't do no color on my lips. Just never gonna happen. This is from Maybelline. Because I haven't used my e.l.f. in so long, I actually need to go and get my other color that's like my favorite. I haven't used it, oh shit, in a while. I'll use this one. This one is Sparkling Rose. It does have like more of a pink tint to it, so I'm not really sure how this is going to look, but we're gonna try it and see. I'm just gonna apply it right there. That's one thing I can really say about we call that Elf. Elf has some really good glosses. Like, their glosses are fire. I'm going to blend out the rest of this, and then I'll go in and apply, what do you call that, my blush, and we will literally be done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you made it here, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video. It does help, lets me know. Got some supporters out there, so yeah, just make sure you guys do all of that. I'm gonna try my damnedest. I have a lot, like, when I tell y'all in the next video, I'm gonna tell y'all what the hell is going on with me. I'm not really sure what my recording schedule is going to be like for sure. It'll try to be like once every couple weeks, but I'm not 100% sure where, like I said, where the schedule will be. My eyes are watering so bad. Alright, so now, oops, I had it backwards. Let's go ahead and hit our face with the Born to Shine palette from OPV. And I'm just going to tap in between both of those and just begin to apply my blush. Look how much color that just added big. Like, okay. Just gave us a lot more color into our skin. That way you're not just looking white, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't looking real ghostly. You got some color in there. So alright guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm definitely going to be trying to make sure that I upload more often. I am probably going to be on like a little bit of, not so much a hiatus, but not really uploading like my old schedule, because there are some things that are changing in my life. Like I said, I'll be so happy to share that with you guys in the next video. We are almost nearing the final stages with that. God willing, everything goes through, and then I can kind of tell you what's happening in my life from there. But yeah, I'm going to try to make sure that we get on a better upload schedule. I'm trying to think of anything else. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I try to let you guys know ahead of time what looks are coming out on YouTube prior to that. So I want to make sure that I start updating a little bit more. I'm trying to think if there is anything else. I don't think that there's any other news that I need to share with you guys at this point. Nope, I don't think so. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.